this piece is a multitude.
Okay.
But now, of course, it's a bit different.
Was it like a different stone?
It's a different stone.
Ah,
But
okay.
under some diamond tester, it actually gets a positive result. So we're just putting here for demonstration. Now, obviously, what we want to introduce today is natural and lab-grown diamonds. Versus the similarity. I think those will be very interesting.
Yeah.
Points to share.
Yeah, for sure.
First pointers. I think gold prices is also very interesting because of the increasing gold prices. I think it increased by 5-fold or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
Within 10 years. So, in terms of investment and all that would be.
Yeah, I think it would be super interesting
Curious
to.
questions,
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
and then the third thing is what is colored.
Yeah.
When it's colored, how do you know whether it's colored diamond or colored gemstone? These are very popular questions. Can I have the lights here? Thank you. And today, I'm not sure whether this is a 6 or the 8 carat.
Oh.
Just to wow you a little bit, we brought out a 6 and an 8 carat pear shape, and so they worth about 800,000.
Oh, wow.
Wait, what is it? Pear shape? Oh, that one there.
This
Okay.
Just to one. So this this 8 and 6. I have to remember this 8 and 6. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And here basically showing you the different shapes.
Yeah, nice.
And we'll be also showing you some bangles.
Yes. I'm loving my love bangle.
Yay!
I'm wearing it today. Yeah, so I got this my recent purchase. Yeah. So this is the champagne one that I got. Yeah. Really nice. It's, champagne gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So this one's very nice.
Yeah, I can see it.
Very dainty. They could either do it thicker as well, thicker band, but I decided to opt for like the thinner one. Yeah, it's the same one. Champagne gold, yellow gold, rose gold.
In fact, this
Yeah.
is mine.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
I haven't
in
started
15
So it's the
inch, is
same
it 16
as-
inch?
yeah,
Or 15 inch, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, love it.
And then this one is plain.
This one for boys.
Oh, I see.
It's
So
plain. It's white gold. It's white gold. We also have a silver version. So I think this one we're demonstrating the silver one.
I see.
5.5. So because we call this Love Me Bangle, so it's to encourage people to love themselves as well. You know how jewelry is always loving someone else, right?
Yeah.
So this is to encourage. You can buy for someone to encourage someone to love themselves. So ever since we introduced that, surprisingly, parents are buying for their children.
Oh,
Yeah.
serious? Wow. Okay.
So,
How old is the children?
different age. We have the young ones, we have the old ones.
Wow.
Very interesting.
Okay.
And I wonder, was it because during the first launch event, my son was here to model the item, but the second, third event, my son was not here.
Yeah.
And yet people were all buying for children. I think the moment they think about investable jewelry,
Yeah.
they think about children.
Yes, yeah.
The moment you think about loving yourself, then they think about their adolescence, right? Where they are just so friends oriented, so parents are always very loving.
Yeah,
Right.
very nice. I've just been enjoying it. I
Yes,
like
yes.
the workmanship.
Suits you very
Yeah, and then you could do like engraving as well. So we did something. We did like A N O and
Oh,
K.
inside?
So A O K. Yeah, inside
Ah,
like the
okay.
engraving with like a nice Bible verse as well.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So quite like.
And because the inspiration also because Cartier is selling these kind of jewelry at 40 over thousand.
Oh, really?
Then we
Okay.
noticed that our cost, depending on with diamond or without diamond, they range from about 7,000 to 12,000. Sell that at 40 over thousand.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So let me give you a warm welcome to eClarity. It's my first time meeting you. I didn't know we met before, and then we met a few times already. I just want you, I target to let you know everything that you need to know about diamonds and gold and gemstones within half an hour. So just
interrupt me and ask me any questions that you have. So I did computer science in NUS.
Okay.
And then after that, I went to GIA in New York and did gemology, and that's 20 over years ago. So for 20 years, I've been talking about diamonds, grading diamonds and gemstones in Singapore at eClarity. We were 10 years at Shaw Centre and then 10 years at Ngee City. So a mother of three, I have a 20-year-old, a 18 and a 15. The mission and vision of the company, I said everyone could see very clearly, is to raise the three kids while having a career. And so they used to follow me to the office. And then now, obviously, 20-year-old, they will not follow you, right? So, yeah. So this,
How many, like, are they sons or daughters?
they are all sons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all three boys. Yes.
Oh, really? Like, in the picture.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, what, 15, 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, time flies, you know. I am also very passionate about the topic of parenting. And I do some podcasts and all that on parenting. And she does too. And that's how we connect even further. Yeah. But today, we'll talk about diamonds. Okay, and eClarity is award-winning. While we are very small, but we won multiple awards in design, in customer service. Many years ago, I won a Young Entrepreneur Award, and then the question I asked was, "Oh, still young?" It was a young word that captivated me a little more, and so that was 2013 when I got the Young Entrepreneur Award. So now, many years later. So many things have changed. 20 years we were specialized in natural diamond. When I started, it was just anyone walking in with a picture, and then I say, okay, I'll make it for you, right? Because I didn't have enough capital to have that amount of stocks. When people came in to buy diamonds back then, it was all on Excel sheet because I did not have the capital to buy diamond. So probably in total, I have about 10 diamonds because the cost of diamond is about 5-10% from what you see on the price list. So how many could I have as a NUS grad who worked for Citibank for a few years? So I did not have that sum of money. So it was like, if you want to buy let's say a 0.9, and I happen to have a 0.7 and a 1 carat, then I'll say slightly bigger than this, slightly smaller than this. Trust me lah. And then she said, okay, Amanda, I trust you, with crying baby behind me. And then they just buy. So that was how I started 20 years ago. So by now, we have more than 1,000 plus pieces of designs. We have more than 20,000 pieces of diamond. Right. And then in 2019, we were the second company in Singapore to go into lab-grown diamonds. Just because the sentiments have changed, market demand has changed. So we specialize in both now. Natural and lab-grown diamond, natural and lab-grown gemstones, and we have also started a bit of gold jewelry. Okay. Any questions that you have, about jewelry?
Quick question. With lab-grown diamonds, how do you make the decision to go into them?
Awesome. This will be covered. And because you asked a question, I'm going to give you a gift. And when you come to eClarity, we only have diamonds or gemstones. So your gift is a yellow citrine for you.
That gives you goodwill.
Yep, it's a princess cut yellow citrine. Yay!
Oh yeah, I fell into the rabbit hole last time. Yeah,
Oh.
that's why I know it gives you wealth and prosperity. Right?
Citrine?
Yeah.
Oh really? I didn't even know. Okay, alright. Okay, lots of wealth to you. That's for you. Okay, so I'll surely cover that. Yeah. So I won't ask more questions because I only have two now. So I think I will cover three main broad questions. The first one is about natural and lab grown. The second one that I think I will cover is about the increasing gold prices, how to tap onto that, especially we have children. Do you want to pass down something that is investable, right? And the third question is always about colored gemstones, colored diamonds. How do you make What are those actually? And how do you differentiate colored gemstones and colored diamonds? These three main questions? Okay. So the first thing about diamonds, right? Natural and lab-grown diamonds. Do you know 4Cs well? Do you know? Come, let me have a diamond chart, please. Just very quickly, the 4Cs. Do you remember 4Cs?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Come, tell me.
Clarity,
Cut.
cut, and
Carrot.
Well done.
fawn.
Yeah. Not 5, okay?
Carrot.
5 will be condominium,
Yeah.
country club. So for that, a second gemstone for you. And you get an amethyst.
Oh.
0.67 amethyst.
Oh.
And what is this? What does it help?
It works all from that.
Oh,
Okay.
favorite color.
So only good luck to you. All right, this one for you.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Positive.
I really felt I told you. I felt it. No.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. During COVID, no,
So-
it's such a bad habit.
You have to know this because this is like the foundation. So, color. So very quickly, one sentence summary. Color is like water, honey drink, and diluted honey. You do not need microscope to tell them apart. You use your eye during lunchtime. Girls and girls could sit down together and compare color of diamonds. So I always tell all my customers, don't go too low lah. Right, for this one, just go a little higher because it's very easy to tell. Now, between D and E and F, they are very close though. So that is hard to tell. Now, whenever I go to a wedding dinner, people ask me, Amanda, can you tell the difference? I can't. Between D and E and F, you can't. Under chandelier light, even the G and H also look pretty similar. But if you walk around with a K, everyone can tell lah. Correct? You don't need very like sharp eyes and all that. You can tell the difference. So the okay, all good. Okay, so that's color. Now for clarity, you need a microscope. Now if anyone look at your diamond and say, hey, there's a VVS, the person is acting smart. You can never tell a clarity with your eye because it is under the microscope with dot or no dot. So flawless is no dot at all under the microscope. VVS has like a little tiny dot under a microscope, and you have to have trained eye because if it's not a trained pair of eyes, what you see could be dust. And you think they are inclusions, but they are actually just a piece of dust. As you blow it, it moves. Right? So you need to know how to control the lighting. Yellow light, white light, they reflect different things. And then VS has 2, SI has 3, I has 4. I'm overly summarizing this, but you sort of know it's just how obvious they are. So my recommendation to the men there is always go higher for color, drop a little lower for clarity, just to get a combination such that the pricing is great. Right? Now, if you say money is not a concern, yes, you go for D and flawless, right? But the price for natural back then is multiplied by 3. Like a 1 carat was 30,000 when it's D flawless, but when it's a FVS, it's 10,000. It's how it's cut and it affects the sparkle. So people would sometimes use sparkle to describe every C. No, this is the only thing you can describe sparkle. So the cut is like a BMI of a diamond. Some diamonds are too shallow, too shallow. Some are too deep. So when it's too deep or too shallow, it affects the sparkle that goes back to your eye. So we want to have it excellent cut. Actually, this part he can take over, no? Yeah.
Just the size.
Well done. I won't give him gemstone, okay?
Oh, wait, so this means excellent and very good.
Good, fair, poor. Yeah.
Okay,
gemologist English like not very good. Flawless, very, very slightly included. Very slightly included. Slightly included. Included.
Oh, okay.
Okay? These
And
are
1, 2, 3 is how many?
no,
no.
There's just one better than 2, one better than 2. I think
okay.
gemologist math
Yes.
also not very good, right? So yeah, so that's that, right? On top of that, sometimes you hear things like hearts and arrows and all that. Those are just things to impress you.
Hearts and arrows.
Yeah, they will say, oh, this card is hearts and arrow. This card is heart on fire, and this card is so
You mean
these
like
these are
describe the
branding. These are
Ah,
branding.
okay,
So I might want to say that to say, do you want to top up 3,000 for a hearts on fire? Then
Yeah, like the look of it, right? Like it's the way they cut it and then it
the
looks
hearts
like
on fire. That's what they try to let you think, right? It is scientifically no. Yeah, it's just with a little gimmicky toy. You see some arrows and see some hearts. We do that too. Did we do that to you? Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm worried now. So we also have those things because eventually, if you don't have that, you are just fighting on the product, right? Which is a D, a VVF, sorry, fighting on the price. Of course, you could say that you value the professionalism and all that, but you know, so these are things that all the brands come up with, right? So yours is hearts and arrow, mine is hearts on fire, and then I don't know what, my heart is skipping a bit or something. You just call it different name, and then you start selling them as a brand. Now, to maintain the sparkle, cleanliness is very important. So the moment you wear it and touch it with your finger, your diamond will start to look a little more dull.
Should have brought mine to
Yeah.
here.
What is carat?
How big the diamond is?
Thank you. Thank you. So actually, carat is a unit measurement of weight. 1 carat is equal to 0.2 grams. You know? So it's not really the size. If you think about it, it's the weight. It's just that if I was 100 kg and you are 45, I'll look bigger than you. I'm not, okay, but just in case, you know. So the 1 carat would definitely look bigger than a 0.45. So people tend to think that it's the size, but it's actually the weight. Okay. Now, out of the 4 C's, which C do you think is most obvious? Can I have the 2 diamonds, please?
Obvious.
Ah.
Maybe carrot.
Well done. Followed by? Yes, and then? Yes. Well done. That's it. How can I not gift you? I have lah. I think I have. I have one more. So after this, you get amethyst too.
We were, fun fact is, we were in a netball team called Amethyst together.
Ah.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. That's so perfect. Could
Okay,
be
it's a
one of
pear shape.
the designs in like.
You have so many gemstones, right? You said now you have one more. Walk out and you know what 4 C's are about. I'm going to tell you, most of the salesperson in the jewelry store, they may not know 4 C's that well. So now you probably know more than them. Okay? And then followed by natural and lab grown. Now, a very simple, I have it there. Okay, natural and lab grown. The one sentence summary is baby and IVF baby. Remember Sec 3 science? Have you remember crystallization? Something like that?
Crystallization.
Something like you put a seed crystal and then it grows.
Yeah.
And that is one way of growing diamond. Crystallization. Of course, my guys managing the machine did not share with me that way, but when I was watching the demonstration, I was like, isn't that crystallization? Because you put a seed diamond in there, and then with some solution and air and vapor and all that, diamond starts to grow. So it's CVD. That's one method. The other method is HPHT, which is high pressure, high temperature, which is that they mimic the environment that's under the world, 90 to 120 kilometers under the world, and then with high pressure, high temperature, presence of carbon, lab-grown diamonds are formed. So are they simulant? No. Are they fake? No. They are diamond positive with GIA, IGI report. Diamond positive when you test it. So it's IVF baby. And people always ask me, Amanda, as a gemologist, you can tell, right? I ask, as a doctor, can you tell baby and IVF baby apart? I actually can't, you know. And how do you tell them apart? baby and IVF baby, you look at the mom's medical report, right? And for me, I have to look at the report. Yeah. So at a very advanced gemological test, you could take a diamond, and if it has any minerals that are stuck in there, you send that mineral to test. Because the minerals that are found above the wall and below the wall are different. But no one will do that. Right? So that is the only way. If you don't track it right from the start, you track it later by this way. Okay? So how do you pick? I have this very interesting observation. I say that people who are 25 to 40 years old, they choose lab-grown diamond because they believe in sustainability, saving the world, transparent supply chain, right? Because you don't have to dig the world to mine diamonds now. You just create in a lab, right? And people who are 40-year-old to 55, like my friends, they come to my house, they say, Amanda, I heard a lot about lab-grown diamond. Do you sell? How much is a 2 carat? 2 carat natural is how much? 40,000. 2 carat lab-grown is how much? 5,000-6,000. And then they go, Amanda, are you free tomorrow? Because the price is what? It's 1/5 or less. Yeah. So that age group is captivated by that because we grow up or grow old knowing that 2 carat is 40,000. Right. And people who are 60 years old and above, they're not convincible. They like natural. They believe in it. They still think that lab grown is fake. Now, I am not biased because I sell both. So I'm giving you the fairest comparison. Now, people who are buying lab-grown diamonds these days, they are not so conventional. Like they probably won't go for the round, the colorless only. They will go into all the different shapes. The pear, the emerald, the colored diamonds, for example, the pink, the blue, right? At this point, maybe I want to show you. Can I have the board, please? I'll show you.
Right, so let's say I bring a random diamond in and show it to you, and there's no certificate. How are you able to see whether that's lab grown or if that's natural?
I can't
There's no
tell. I
certificate.
can't tell.
Oh.
And by right, you probably wouldn't be bothered to tell because anyone who attempts to tell is trying to act because you have 50% chance to tell correctly. And the easiest way, the bigger one you guess is lab grown lor. The smaller one you guess is natural lor. It's a logical guess.
Okay, so there's really no way to.
Is there like a
Is,
machine that
I
you're able
ask
to-
again,
yeah.
is there a way to tell the difference between baby and IVF baby? Yeah, it's the same. It's the same.
I've seen like a short documentary or like a mini video of somebody putting some light and then it,
No,
So
I've
what-
seen
what
that
is-
fluorescence.
yeah, what is that?
Those are jokes, I tell you.
Yeah.
So online, you will see many funny things. Those are YouTube video. I see the same video
What is,
before.
like, the color just like, oh, that's
No.
lab grown, that's natural.
That's fluorescence. Now, people who are saying that they are trying to base on the fact that some natural diamonds has fluorescence. Most lab-grown diamonds have no fluorescence. And then they shine with fluorescence, they say it's natural. Without fluorescence, they say it's not. But no, fluorescence diamond, most of the natural diamonds that I sell has no fluorescence. So that's not at all. Right? Yeah. And then there are people who say that lab-grown diamonds sparkle better. So the ones that sparkle better is lab-grown. You're saying like IVF baby is smarter. So the smarter babies are IVF babies. I don't know. I mean, maybe because they can curate the DNA. I don't know. Yeah, so no. I can only guess. And I tried before and good that I didn't say it out because I guessed wrongly. I had 50% chance, but I got it wrong. Yeah. Okay. Now be careful though, because natural lab-grown diamonds, there are also fake diamonds around. And sometimes the fake ones, they call them lab grown. So those you have to be careful. And those are the ones that I was shocked too. I went on to Lazada because I was trying to buy some sample just so that we can display the setting without mounting diamonds because it's a waste, right? And they call them lab grown diamond. That's scary, right? That's scary. They of course they charge like kind of in between. Now, how much is a fake diamond? $20. Okay. How much is a lab grown diamond? We say 2,000, right? They charge you a few $100s. Then you are lost, right? It's like, oh, lab grown diamond is so cheap.
When they say fake diamonds, is it when they're trying to sell a moissanite? Are they trying to sell cubic zirconia?
Like, these are fake lah.
Yeah.
It could be anything. It could be cubic zirconia. It could be anything. It could be yak, GGG, hematite. There are many things that look like diamond but not diamonds. Can be moissanite. Can be many things. I don't even bother to know what these are. Can be glass, can be plastic, can be anything, right? So, like this whole thing is $700 with so many pieces. Yeah, I think a lot go to the effort. I think to kind of match it and all that. Yeah, so this is a very good display for you to understand what carat and what shape you prefer. So we always use this for people to try on. Right? Yeah. You can take a closer look. The second part is about gold. Second question, right? Gold prices were increasing. And I was sharing with some of you that when gold was increasing, people came to me and said, Amanda, do you sell gold? Then I say, Aya, cham lah, I have to sell the gold, the dragon and the phoenix already, right? Because for some reason, gold jewelry, the manufacturers are all into the dragon and the phoenix. And there isn't like modern gold jewelry, right? And maybe because it's very soft, so you can't really make like a good design and all that. The harder the material is, the easier it is for you to mount a gemstone and to make different shape. So because they can't make it into different shapes, so they can only work on that part of the craftsmanship, which is carvings, embossing, and so is dragon and phoenix, right? So because of that, and then some have come and then we have discussed. So we came out of this series of bangle. Can I have a few of them? And it was inspired because a client came to us, and Caitlin is wearing one. There was a lady who came in and she was inquiring about Cartier bangle with 2 rows of diamonds, and Cartier was selling it at 40 over 1,000. And we just checked for her, our cost was about 9,008 for the one with 2 rows of diamonds. And then we just realized for 9,008 and they are selling at 40 over 1,000, that's very good margin. And then we came out with our own collection. And then we write on the fact that gold prices are increasing. So the moment I make now, 1 week later, I would have profited a little bit from the gold prices. Yeah, gold value. Yeah. And then people really like it. We came out with a story that this is to encourage you to love yourself. Diamond is for you to express love, right? And gold this time around is for you to love yourself. But somehow it's still the husband who are buying for the wife and say, please love yourself too, And what it was very surprising was my first launch event was November 28 last year. The majority of the orders were from parents to children. That was to our surprise. I guess because of the word investable gold, and they always think about children when they want to invest something, right? So they buy them now, sometimes a pair for the mother and the children. And then as they grow up, they can then continue to amortize it. And then if you really want to sell it, you could sell it, right? And we do special engraving for you. You could choose to have diamond or no diamond, right? And then you can choose all the different color, like rose gold, champagne gold, yellow gold, white gold. Yeah. So that was something that we came up with to just catch on the trend of the interest on gold. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, all right, and then so that's for the gold, right? And the third part will be for the colored. So let me just show you that. Okay, you take a look at this one. This is sapphire, sapphire and tanzanite. And then
The 3 carat is a tanzanite.
yeah, this one is a tanzanite. Yeah, that one is a sapphire, and this is a blue diamond.
Oh, that's a blue diamond.
So just so that you have all 3 blue things together, and then you could tell the difference. One is sapphire, one is tanzanite, one is blue diamond.
Colored diamonds are more expensive than.
Now, so for example, I have only sold one natural blue diamonds before in my 21 years.
Wow, okay.
It was 0.5 carat, it was 58,000.
No way. So this is.
The customer said, Amanda, your price is so good.
58,000.
58,000 for 0.5 blue diamond, and I'm talking about short center time, so it's like 15 years ago.
Wow, so 15 years
So this
old
is
price
a
now.
natural.
I don't know what price now.
This one?
Yeah. So the one that I'm showing you now is lab grown. Yeah. So lab one
Natural.
one natural blue diamond, and it was 0.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Pink diamond is the most expensive.
pink diamond is 8 times the price. So from what I read, I mean textbook, pink diamond is most expensive. But when I sold that 58,000, I thought it was already more than 8 times. And the guy said, your price is very good. So I'm also confused because basically 15 years ago, NUS fresh grad, I wasn't very good in margin. It was like whatever cost and then I can sell, I'm happy already, right? So I didn't really make a good profit from that. And he said good price. Then sell lor. Yeah. And it was actually the inquiry came in first. I obviously did not stock the diamond. So he came in and it was an Excel agreement, and then I go get it after I received the deposit. It was just a story like that. Yeah. Yeah.
So for colored diamonds, pink is the most expensive. And how about like yellow, blue?
Yeah.
How do they
In fact, we do have a natural pink here. It's 2.8 million. It's in my drawer.
You're supposed to tell us.
It's lying in your drawer.
Because no one would buy it. Yeah. I just wear it for event and just go. People just go wow like that, right? Yeah.
And how did you procure this pink diamond? They're so rare.
Yeah. So you need to have relationship to get this kind of diamond. It's not something that people happily sell. And because that pink diamond that I have, it has a bit of paparasha color, which is the most desirable pink sapphire color, but it's on a natural diamond. So it's that intensity. So just
So when it's lab grown, how do they color it?
so pink diamond is caused by excessive pressure.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So very good question. Thank you. Okay. So yellow is caused by nitrogen, blue is caused by boron, green is caused by radiation, pink is excessive pressure. So a bit too much, it becomes brown.
Oh really? Wow.
So you have to be just nice, and that makes pink. Yeah, because brown, then the price will go down. Yeah. So it's what tone and saturation. So sometimes when it's too dark, as a seller you try to sell it as pink. As a buyer you try to buy it as a brown. Right? It's always like that. Yeah. So that's about colored diamonds. And then colored gemstone, like what you see just now, there are different things, right? Colored gemstone is gemstone. They are not diamonds. You do know that. The biggest 3 gemstones are, don't ask you.
You say biggest?
Like the most valuable three gemstones.
Sapphire,
Thank you.
You said sapphire.
Yeah.
I wanted to say that.
ruby.
Thank you.
Wow. Where to find this kind of thing? Where you
I don't know.
I just
I-
know he's
Where you
Newer.
where you
Tell me
find?
I don't know,
manufacturing.
maybe general.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Emerald. It's emerald, right?
Yes, you're right.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So those are the three.
Yeah.
Wow,
Thinking emerald, but I
brother,
forgot.
how come?
I don't know, I just watch YouTube.
When you are creating YouTube, he's watching YouTube. Not too late to know.
From YouTube.
Yeah, those are the three, right? Ruby, sapphire, and emerald. I'm wearing an emerald today, right? So this is emerald gemstone. This side is yellow diamond. Correct?
Yeah, so
I
it
hope
is.
I have 4 different colors, so I
It's
changed.
yellow.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like a Christmas tree, right? You want this or this? And yeah. Thank you.
You should be with all the
Yeah.
The bling.
All the excess.
Okay,
you can hang on yourself.
this is like a wrong impression. So whatever, I actually only have four sides. So I have 2 pairs, 4 sides of different colors. And it's really for me to do easy demonstration. Yeah. Yeah. So so I love showing the colors like that. Okay. So for every colors, like your ruby, there's no red diamond, but there's pink diamond. For sapphire, there is blue diamond. Right? For emerald, there is green diamond. Very, very rare. But there is green diamond. Can you go to my drawer and get the other 2 sides?
Pink diamond.
Oh.
Pink diamond, green diamond.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that one's nice.
What is the 2 point something million one?
No. Million still inside.
Oh, okay.
Can I have that ring?
Wow.
Looks very happy.
So this is the paparache color.
No white stuff inside.
Sorry lah, didn't clean lah.
Oh.
Got moisturizer lah.
That's what she was saying earlier.
Oh,
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
you wore this
You see,
before
this
when
this
you were
is a pink diamond. I mean, but don't judge. It's not the difference. Is not because one is natural, one is lab grown.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not that. It's just that it comes in different shades.
lah.
Yeah. In fact, natural usually come in this kind of shade. Natural, because it's just so hard to get that color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This lab grown.
This is lab grown. This is lab grown. This is lab grown too.
Okay.
This one. I'm a mix. I got mix of lab grown and natural. Thank you. So this one can put back. I think I won't wear this too. Thank you. Okay.
And do you feel like with the lab grown coloured diamonds, do you feel like right now it's also the technology is a lot more better now? Because
Yeah.
in the last few
Yeah.
years it wasn't as good.
You are right. You are right. I actually see it changing. So there wasn't yellow, for example. There wasn't green so much. There wasn't so it was just, and when it's pink, it's excessive. Like it was like this kind of pink.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not
Which
that
which
shade of
is
pink,
which is nice, but it's not natural.
Yeah.
Because natural pink hardly comes like this kind of Disneyland pink. It's always just a tiny tinted pink like that earring that I have. Yeah. So if you are buying pink diamond, request for the fancy lights.
Oh, okay.
That's when it's natural. Yeah, just that slight tinge. Blue also. Fancy light is very beautiful.
You say fancy light as in you mean to
The light
check,
ones.
ah?
I forgot to say. Wait.
I
So
thought you meant use the special light.
there's no.
Yeah,
Sorry.
wow,
So it has a fancy light, which is very light pink, like just now what I showed you. And then there's a level called fancy, which is a bit darker. And then there's one that's called fancy vivid or fancy intense. Now, in fact, there are like 7 grading, but don't worry, just say fancy light. Then we know that you like the lightest one. There is a light, there's a fancy light, there is, then the fancy intense, fancy vivid, fancy deep. Yeah,
Okay.
but don't go that side.
Okay.
Yeah. So people who don't know, they come in, they grade colored diamond like how they grade gemstones. I'm like, no, it's different because you can don't do that. In actual fact, it is like that. When a colored diamond is fancy deep, it's already in the museum. So would you be wearing a museum piece? No. So that is not a realistic. So my recommendation to my own friends, if you're going to fancy colored diamond, go for the lightest one because that is still possible. There's still, like people would think, like when I wear this, just now you were a bit surprised when I say it's lab grown. Maybe you thought I would be wearing natural. Yeah. Don't tell people lah, huh? Okay. No, I'm happy to tell.
Tell them that it's real. That doesn't mean fake.
Yeah, but I'm open because I just also like the fact that we are embracing to both.
Yeah.
I think different diamond suits different personality, and I can be a bit more fun also because of that. Imagine, 2.8 million. How many 2.8 million do you want to spend? It's not right? So that's that. I covered all three main questions that I want you to know, and I hope that would be enough for you for now. So what I do is every year I will notice a trend and I try to cover those pink elephants in the room. Like for example, it's useless to come into a jewelry shop and don't talk about natural and lab grown now. Don't talk about the increasing gold price. No, these are the most important questions to cover.
Did to tell the difference
Okay, the fake ones I can tell.
from sight?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay, I tell you a quick way.
Yeah, I'm just
Of course, diamond test you can tell lah. If you have a diamond tester, it will go negative. It will have different sound, which is something you can buy, like portable ones. But don't buy Taobao one. Sometimes anyhow, anything also there, that one also there. I was like, oh my goodness, run out of battery also there. Okay, so don't buy those. Buy a good one. And then it would be able to tell you, like even moissanite, it will show you a moissanite lighting, for example. Yeah. So that one has to be very careful. Now, just by sight, if you need to, just like me, I've been put on a test many times, right? It is to always have a natural or lab grown diamond with you, and then check on the light reflection. So when you flip the diamond upside down, if it's not fully covered by the mounting, you see the light reflection is different.
So you must see under.
For example, try to notice, do you see only orange and blue? And that one will only be orange and blue. Okay?
As in, what other colours would there be?
Sometimes it's rainbow color. You see purple, yellow, green, whatever, then you know it's fake. Or if you only see orange, it could be fake. Now, why do you need a natural lab grown? Because sometimes it's influenced by the lighting. So you are confident that yours is real, right? So you flip it and you know that is how under this lighting the reflection should be. The other one should give you the same reflection under the same lighting.
If it's in a setting like that, then how to see under?
That's why I say only if it's not fully covered by the mounting.
Okay.
If it's fully covered by the mounting, then too bad lah. Then you say today my eyes not good lah.
Okay.
Right.
So would that diamond tester you're just talking about, if it tests on, let's say, the lab grown diamonds, it would say it's a diamond, right?
Sorry, diamond
That
tester.
diamond tester, if I put it on a lab grown
Yeah.
diamond, it will say it's a diamond.
It is. The good ones, even the good ones, the good tester will also tell you that it is real.
The people in the future would still be buying natural diamonds.
I think we are still seeing 70% lab grown, 30% natural now. Yeah.
Has the price of natural diamonds dropped since that?
Yes, tremendously. So 1 carat, just now I told you FVS2 was 10,000, right? Actually, during my time, it was about 11, 12,000. Now it's about 7, 8,000. Yeah, that's why when I say 10, it was just out of convenience, a 10, but actually it has dropped. Because lab grown 1 carat is what, 2005, you know. And when you want to buy a diamond now, you will surely compare the two. And just think about those people, those shops who have stock a lot of natural diamonds. They are also a bit eager to sell, right? Yeah, sad, really sad. So businesses are affected. Yeah, are affected. Mm.
And I see those big fashion houses, I think they're eventually trying to shift into lab-grown diamonds, right? They've always been carrying natural diamonds. But they're trying to move into like lab-grown.
Yeah, the more traditional the market is, the more it leans towards natural. The more it's more modern and young kind of market, then it goes into lab grown. Yeah.
Will eventually the prices between
I don't know. I'm not good in all this like foretelling. I'm not stressed. I'm very happy to tell you I don't know, because I really don't know. It looks like it's getting closer, right? Yeah, it looks like it's getting closer. But then again, I don't know, or whether they would like one day everyone go back to natural. I don't know, just because of the rarity and all that.
Consumer behavior changes.
Correct. So I don't know, but now it's at the point where every time you want to buy a diamond, you always compare the two, and then the eventual decision is always lab grown.
Wow.
So this is like that now, right? Yeah, unless the girls, we all bakat lah, we say we don't want. If you buy lab grown, we say no. But yeah, so now is that trend.
It's like it's very interesting because last time my very first engagement ring that Alvin bought me is natural diamond. But then over time, my second one I decided lab grown. So I changed, right? Yeah, 10 years ago. Now there's a choice now.
Yeah.
So actually for me personally, moving forward, my purchasing behavior is like I would move towards lab grown actually. So I wouldn't really consider natural. Because I want, for me preference, I like the bigger diamond. I like it sparkly, I like my preference is bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fully
I want to go
understand.
for the lab grown.
You know,
And pretending.
Pretending.
I think your
Girls
phone
can buy for ourselves now, ma. It's okay one.
no, but you can actually be a bit more fun now, you know.
Yeah.
We don't have to just go bigger and bigger and bigger.
Exactly.
We can go color. We can go on into all the different shapes. That was one time. 2 customers came same day. Both are my friends, right? One bought natural, eternity bracelet, okay, and it was all 0.5. The other one bought lab grown. One was like 15,000. The other one was 75,000. Same thing, huh? They came and collect on the same day also. And I look at them, and I introduce them because both are my friends. Like I joined EO, Entrepreneur Organization, Young President Organization. They are one friend from one organization, so I introduced them, right? And I feel very paiseh, like please don't check price.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you're gonna see.
One is 75,000, one is 15,000. My goodness.
Yeah.
Right? They look the same.
Yeah. It's just customer preference.
And then, okay, I tell you another problem. The 75,000 wore the bracelet at an event, and then we were queuing up for registration, and then they say, "Oh, I bought this from Amanda," and everyone say, "Oh, so nice, lab grown, right?"
Yeah, that's the most.
Then I say, "No, it's natural." Like both of us, "No, it's natural."
Oh dear.
Because you sell both, right?
No, I think it's not me. Now people just ask like, "Oh, it's lab grown, right?" Like everyone would think, is it lab grown? Because it's quite stunning overall, right? When it's so stunning, people would think, have you paid 75,000?
Yeah.
But he did.
So lab grown is very, very, very common now, is it?
70%.
Didn't know that actually. So many people.
Singapore market, sorry, let me just quantify myself. Singapore market. I also have Malaysia market. Malaysia market is 80% natural.
Oh wow.
Still very
Yeah.
traditional.
Yeah. Traditional. So that's why just now I said the more traditional the market is, they would rather go to M color.
Oh wow.
I
And
want.
colour to get a natural.
If they really
They just
want
the natural
a
cert.
diamond.
They just want natural.
Yeah.
They just want
I am very conflicted as well because next week I'm going there to give a talk. I don't know how to adjust my. I don't know that one. I really just.
Sometimes a pair for the mother and the children.
Chatting in a coffee shop, sitting by the windowsill, walking down 8th Avenue with you. Our fingers touching the light, your pull back blush and delight. Call me when you get back
For
home.
example, I have
Meet me at Manhattan Beach, meet me under Columbus Circle. I'll be waiting there for you. Meet me when the stars align, meet me when the earth divides.
58,000 for.
Waiting there for you.
blue diamond.
Wait.
Cotton candy clouds reflected in your eyes.
So this is a natural diamond.
This one's not natural.
So the one that I'm
Illuminated by
showing
flashing signs.
She says she's only sold one.
Pull me aside. When did everyone